Thursday at about 4:30. This message is going out to all the challengers that are starting the X3 challenge on Monday. And I wanted to first say thank you. It is my honor to be your coach, and that I want to say congratulations for going on this journey. It is going to be amazing. I wanted to talk to you guys just for a couple minutes. I'm going to be sending you guys videos every day leading up to Monday, and then after Monday, I'm going to give you guys some things to kind of talk about as the challenge goes. But I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going to happen. Most of you guys have gotten the P90X 3 challenge pack. You've looked over the nutrition guide, the fitness guide. You've decided on whether you're going to do the lean program or whether you're going to do the classic or the doubles or the building. If you guys have any questions about that, just go ahead and shoot me a message, text me, email me. I think all you guys have my cell phone, by the way, if you guys need it, 847-502-7574. I'll say that again, 847-502-7574. So anyway, you guys have already picked out what plan you're doing. For most of you guys, I would just start at the normal. Unless you are a super athlete, then you could move to something like doubles. But I think the classic track is probably what most of you guys are going to do. So I think, like you guys know, and I've already talked to a lot of you guys, of what's the point of going into this challenge anyway? Is this just okay? So I got this shake now. What do I do with it? I've got this fitness guide, and now I've got this Facebook group that I'm supposed to kind of post in. And what's the point? I'm going to be talking to you guys in the future about exactly what builds this momentum and why we're doing this. I've already discussed with all you guys why you're doing this. It's all about RPM, and it has to do with rapid planning and developing an action plan. So we've already talked about the fact that the R is the results. Every one of you guys has a specific result that you guys want to get from this 90-day challenge. That's one of the reasons of why you're doing a challenge. That's why you have me as a coach. The whole point is accountability. I can't force you to succeed. I also can't force you to fail. You guys are ultimately in charge of that, and you guys are the ones that are going to be honest with yourself, knowing that you've given it your all. If you ever asked John Wooten, who was a famous college basketball coach for UCLA for years and years and years, he had always told his players that it never mattered of whether you won or lost, but the true victory came from whether you gave it your 110% effort or not, and only you know that. So that's really one thing that I just ask of you guys. Just give it your all, commit, and I can't force you to, but believe me, if you do and you plug in every day, you will have amazing results. You guys already know to take your before pictures and to go ahead, and I think you guys are sending that over to the Beachbody, to the challenge, to the website. If you guys need that information, I can get that for you. I think most of you guys have already kind of started practicing, have used some of the workout programs. I'm sure that it kind of runs the gamut from Pilates to yoga to plyometric stuff. I mean, it's awesome. Tony Horton is awesome. And one thing that you guys should know is that this is it's a program that gives you flexibility, but everybody's going to be at different fitness levels, so you always stay within your limits. But the important thing is that you give it your all. Never be a superhero. Don't try to do too much. Always stay within your limits, but at the same time, give it your all. In terms of when you do it, I always recommend working out in the morning. I call it, which I'm taking one out of the book of Tony Robbins, I call it the power hour. It's been proven that if you get up and you start moving, as soon as you wake up, that you will have better results. It's not possible for every one of you guys, but if it is, I would definitely recommend finding that time. It's very, very, very important. And I will be talking to you guys in the future of exactly how you find that time and exactly why it's important to your momentum. So the first thing is I want you guys to all write down again exactly what are your results. What are the results that you want? And the answer isn't I want to lose weight or I want to feel better about myself. I want you guys to commit to something specific, and I want you to write it down again. I want to lose 20 pounds in 90 days. I want to gain so-and-so muscle mass in 90 days, or something more specific in terms of your emotions. And then the P is the purpose. The P is your why. Your why has got to be strong enough. It has got to be strong enough to help you push yourself to the results. And that's very important. So I want you guys all to write down your specific why, your motivation. Something like, I can't work out, I realize that I've got high blood pressure now and I want to be around to see my kids. That's a reason. I want you guys just to write down as many strong whys as you can for why you're doing this, why it's important to you. And another thing back on that is it's got to be important to you. I've had some people mention, why are we doing this? Well, I'm doing this for my husband, or I'm doing this for my wife. That's a good reason, and that is a why, but that is not something that will sustain itself. You have got to do this for yourself. You've got to reclaim your health for you. And then the last thing in the RPM is massive action plan. And that is, what are all the things that you could possibly do to guarantee your success? So, for instance, if you want to lose 20 pounds in 90 days, well, the answer can't just be do the workouts of P90X3, because what happens if you get hurt? So you want to brainstorm every single thing that you could possibly do to accomplish that. And yeah, some things might be harder than others, but you want to brainstorm everything and then kind of put asterisks by really the things that are that are really going to come into play and that are the most important. And I'll be happy to help you guys with each and every one of those topics. But it's real important that you guys get your RPM down before you get started, because you have to know why, and you have to have a very strong purpose. You have to have a very specific result, and you have to have a massive action plan. That is a great part. That is a big part of why you guys are in this challenge. We are the massive action plan. I am, and the X3 challenge group is. That's what it's all about. And it keeps us all motivated. So another thing that I'm just going to kind of add is that in order for us to stay motivated, you have to be honest with yourself. So in the past, if you've kind of rationalized the way that you felt about yourself, or the fact that, oh, I'm maybe a little bit overweight, or, well, I'm not as fat as I used to be, or my cholesterol level is better than it used to be, but it's still really not that good, I want you to over-dramatize whatever your why is. You need to make it extremely strong. I want you to take off your clothes and stand in front of the mirror, and I want you to say, you know what, I'm fat. I'm going to do something about it. And that drives emotion. That gets the fire moving. That's the point. Once you're honest with yourself, then that's when you will actually get some actual serious RPM, some serious motion going on. And that's really, really, really important. I know that happened with myself. I'll kind of go in a future video and I'll kind of tell you about my story. But it's real important in anything you do in life that until you are completely honest with yourself in anything that you want to do, you will always be limited in your potential. I think, because we're almost at 10 minutes, I think that's a good start for today. I kind of went a little bit all over the place. I wanted to talk about some basic things that you guys can expect with the challenge, and just to kind of get you guys fired up a little bit. But do me a favor, and I want you guys to send me a message on Facebook and just let me know kind of your thoughts and your reservations. And I'd also like to, for your little homework, I want you guys to tell me for anything that you've rationalized in life. We all say, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or it's too expensive. I'd like to hear what are your top rationalizations that you create excuses for. So I know for myself, I say I don't have the time, and I also happen to say I'll do this tomorrow. I'm a big procrastinator. And when in the next video, I'll kind of go over some of the responses that you guys said, and we'll kind of talk about how toxic rationalization can be to actually succeeding in life, and how to actually rid yourself of that and maximize your potential. So we're now just over 11 minutes. Have a good night, guys. I'm going to try and post this as soon as possible. I apologize for looking exhausted. I was in surgery today. It was my first day back after Brooke and I were in Miami all week. So I hope everybody had a nice New Year's, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.